Hello, I'm back already with another prediction video. This weekend is coming up. We finally have a really big unification fight, even happening between Errol Spence and Yordenis Ugas. But before we get to that, I first want to talk about Isaac Cruz versus Yuriorkis Gamboa. As you know, Isaac Cruz was the first guy to really give Gervonta Davis a real test, a tough fight. And and he beat Francisco Vargas and also knocked out Diego Magdaleno before that in only one round. This guy is definitely quality fighter, yeah. While Gamboa, is of course on his down. I mean, on his last leg, obviously. I don't really know why he keeps fighting. What's there to win for him? It just almost pisses me off, when a fighter doesn't know when their time has come to quit. Just retire for heaven's sake. Alright, Yuriorkis, you are no longer, you know, he can still beat fighters that are second grade. He can still beat like B minus fighters because he's still good enough. Technically, he still got the speed, maybe, well, enough speed anyway, and some power, but against guys like this guy, Cruz, what can he achieve? Really, nothing, I think. I think he will probably steamroll. Cruz will most likely steamroll over Gamboa. That's as simple as that. They're above equal, well, almost equal in height. So there's no, real advantage, a big advantage for Gamboa there. And Gamboa is like now, let's see how old is he? 39, 40, something like that. Yeah, he's actually 40. Wow. And Cruz is 23. Cold Pitbull. Gamboa, he has, of course, he lost his last fight to Devin Haney of points where he was really, really outclassed, and then he was stopped just before that by Gervonta Davis in the 12th round. So, his victory over Roman Rocky Martinez in 2019 was his last, really, last hooray. So, yeah, I have no doubt that Cruz will win this fight, unless a miracle happens. A miracle must really happen for Gamboa to win this fight, definitely. So I think Cruz will probably stop Gamboa down the stretch now. Because also Gamboa hasn't had a fight. The Haney fight was in November 2020, so by now he's really totally washed up, and Cruz is at his peak, of course. So probably this will end like, I don't know, 6, 7, or 8 rounds, something like that. No, shouldn't last more than 8 rounds anyway. Yeah, alright. And then we have Conor Benn, who is fighting Chris van Heerden, or however he called Heerden. Yeah, Conor Benn has really shown some progress in his last few fights, and of course he knocked out Chris Algieri. Um, and before that, he stopped Samuel Vargas in one round. So the kid really can fight, but even though he's still not maybe ready for the biggest guys, biggest names, welterweight this division, he's about to get ready. He's getting there. I would say definitely. He's 25 now. While Van Heerden has, of course, seen his best days already, and This really cannot go his way. I doubt. I sincerely doubt. He's also 34 now, but almost 35. And that's an old, like 34. And he was stopped by Errol Spence, of course. I mean, it's not that he's a bad fighter, no, by any stretch of imagination, but still, his prime was, some time ago, definitely. It ended right around, the time of Errol Spence fight, I would say, which was 2015. So since then, he's only fought like, sporadically, and his last fight ended after only one round against Yordenis when he was cut, from a butt, and it all had to be stopped. A really shitty result, right? I know. So Conor Benn, yeah, there's only 1 inch height advantage for Van Heerden. Yeah, I don't know if he will manage to stop Van Heerden and Conor Benn. Possibly, even though Van Heerden has only been stopped by Errol Spence, of course, but that was some time ago. I believe he can do that. Judging by his last performance, he should be able to, really. Conor. I really like this kid. I mean, and not just because he's the son of Nigel. I really one of my all-time favorite fighters, but I think he really has the talent to go pretty far. And his power has been questioned. Yeah, I think so before, but now I think it's become clear after the last fight that he can punch. He's maybe not one of the hardest punchers or hitters in the division, but he still, punches hard enough, definitely. Alright, so I think he will probably stop Van Heerden, like in, I don't know, 8 rounds, something like that. Yeah, let's say that. So, yeah, alright, so now, finally, we come to the main fight. There was no more fights I could cover, and I didn't want to anyway, because then this would be too long. So now we go to the main fight: Errol Spence Jr. versus Yordenis Ugas. Yeah, I mean, of course, yeah. Ugas, let's begin with him first, the underdog. He is the WBA champion, and he, of course, beat Manny Pacquiao, probably sent him into retirement. But he's already 35, so you wonder how much left, how longer before he's damaged goods, to put it that way. Well, I don't know, but at the moment he seems pretty, focused and really fighting at his best. And, he was a victim of that dispute, that split decision loss to Sean Porter before. And, yeah, I mean, he also had a few other couple of other to Amir Iman also, maybe, I don't know, Emmanuel Robles, yeah, another split decision, Johnny Garcia. So, he hasn't really been beaten down to size yet, as they call it in America. Nobody has really, he has been dropped or, that stuff, but he hasn't really been, you know, really, really like owned by anyone in a fight. Well, we have Errol Spence. If we look at him, he's like 31, I believe now. Yeah, should be like that. Just still in his prime, but heading towards. Oh no, sorry, he's 32. Yeah, but anyway, he's heading towards the end of his prime, but he's still there. And even though that last fight against Danny Garcia was not that impressive, I think it was pretty boring, but still, he beat Garcia definitely. Yeah. So you might wonder how much dedication he has left, how much he has changed, or has he, changed too much since the car accident. Yeah, that can really leave a serious damage. Even if your body recovers, it can always punch output maybe can go down and stuff. Not output. I mean, punch resistance. Yeah, it can go down definitely. So yeah, that's why I think Ugas has a chance here. Actually, if this was in 2019, I don't think I would have really given him much chance. While Spence is while he was at his best, when he beat Sean Porter, for instance, put him down. That was a great knockdown. And also Mikey Garcia, yeah. That was his big year, of course. Big, 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 big year. But the problem with him is, as I said, I was talking to one guy here on my channel. Shout out to, I forgot his name, that man, really. Um, and we were talking about, I said that he really doesn't, his problem is he doesn't really give it like 100% or 110, the little extra, it seems like he's sometimes a bit too weary of, I don't know, I guess spending himself too much or whatever, maybe walking to a big punch or something, but when he's still a more offensive fighter than a defensive one, so it doesn't really work that way. Either you should convert to a defensive fighter or simply take more chances and go all out, always go out on your shield, of course. That's what real predators do in boxing. So, yeah, I mean, Ugas is really an aggressive fighter. On the other hand, he doesn't seem to care that much if he will get knocked out or not, or if he will lose. He goes out there and just fights with all his, energy and heart and everything he has at his disposal. And I really like that. I mean, we all appreciate that, right? So, but still, Spence is Spence. He's got the kid really can fight, man. I mean, he's got tremendous reflexes. Really has a beautiful the way he pulls his punches or throws punches. I really like that. It's got a really nice, you know, precision and accuracy and timing and all that. Just look at that knockdown of Porter, and what he did was kind of put his glove, on Porter, and then he just, with all his power, like that was a really good move, because he knew that that was the only way to really hurt, Porter, because he had tried before in that fight and nothing was really hurting, the tough guy, tough cookie. So I think Spence, this fight will be a crossroads for Spence. If he does well, either he will come out with a better, even better fighter, stronger than ever, or it will damage him and his career. So I mean, it will be a tough and close fight either way. I expect it. Yeah. If it does not go distant, then I expect it to be because of a cut, that type of thing, an injury, because I don't think either guy is capable of knocking the other guy out. Simple as that. And Ugas hasn't been knocked out either, so, a very strong guy. Yeah. So without much more, yapping for me, I think really this will be probably another like split decision or something close points win for Spence, because you know how it is in America, especially now in the last years. Ugas is a foreigner, he's still a foreigner. Doesn't matter if he lives, in Miami. He's a Cuban guy. The establishment wants to see, of course, Spence. They want to see Spence win, also because then they can finally make that, big Terence Crawford fight. If he loses, that'll probably, not be as attractive to them, anymore. Not so, you know, action, whatever. So yeah, that will most likely be the way it will go. Yeah, both guys they look very determined, of course, determined. And for Ugas, this is his last big chance to really shine, and he's just finally captured his first and only probably world title. And yeah, if he wins this, then he will be the almost the undisputed champion. So, you know, whoever wins will be a happy man. That's all I can say. So yeah. All right. So that was my prediction that most likely Spence wins some points. You know, but probably not unanimous decision. Yeah, it will be a really tough fight for both guys. Yeah, I do believe that. All right. So that was all for this time. See you. Take care. Bye bye.